Well, look at us. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another 4C Live. And we were on early. We actually beat the 7 o'clock time. We came on under the wire. How often does that happen? Never.
That's why there's nobody watching yet.
Listen, we like it. They're going to have to watch this opening later. They're going to have to be like, what? Huh? But I want to welcome everybody who is going to be watching this later or who comes in, while I'm talking. I want to welcome, Scott, who's our new Tuesday night guy. He's going to be here every Tuesday, regaling you with the inside view of all the comic world and cartoons. And Ken's here. He's getting ready for all the busyness that starts this week for us. And we're doing little updates for you guys, tell you how things are, and just have a little fun. So how are you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
See, there's people. There's Murdoch and Roger Ash. There's people here. They're just shocked as we are that we came on early.
Exactly.
They're like, holy crap! I thought I had like 5 minutes to go get some stuff. No, we were on the ball today, guys. So
we'll get some more sketch shops going after the madness.
Yeah, we got a few weeks of cons. We got in about 3 weeks. 4 weeks. We got 4 different conventions 4C is going to be doing.
I got Portland this weekend,
and
OAX.
That's right.
Which Ron Wilson will not be attending. If anybody hasn't heard, Ron came back last week with the flu, like I did, except he's a little older than I am, so he's not recovering as well as he'd like to. So I am. I'm feeling much better. Still a little bit of a lingering cough, but nothing crazy. So Ron is not doing OAX, but Bill Cox, after I told him that he wasn't coming, Bill Cox called me and said, "Hey Ken, listen, 4C has to be represented at OAX. So do you want to just come sell some art?" So my wife is going to be going there with a bunch of art. So there'll be a bunch of she'll have a bunch of portfolios from a lot of our guys like Pasquale and Jesus and Matt Horak and Bill, and we can hear you. Because you guys are about as subtle as a train wreck.
What? What's going on?
Oh yeah.
Hi, Renee.
Hey.
Listen, it's not it's not like we've been doing this show for 3 years at this time. Yeah, I see your Eagles. You know what I got to say to that? That's what I say to that.
So if anybody didn't know, Jeff's Commanders are going to the NFC Championship game against the Eagles. And Renee's an Eagle fan from back when we lived in Jersey. Hey, so I told her, "Why don't you come out wearing a jersey just to mess with Jeff?" So she is. But we are also we are fans of Daniels, who is an LSU quarterback, which my daughter goes to LSU, and we watched him play last year and win a Heisman Trophy. So it's a little bit of it'll be bittersweet for her, regardless of who wins. She's gonna
listen. I'm just happy to be here, and I'm gonna keep rooting for my team. And no bets. I don't bet on my team. I just let their play do it for them, and I root for them. And I'm not an arrogant fan. I'm out here. We're having fun. We're doing good. We'll see what happens after the weekend. That's all I could say. I didn't celebrate.
I have video that says otherwise.
Listen, I didn't celebrate this last weekend's victory until there was like 26 seconds left. I was like, nope, they could still lose. I've been a Washington fan for way too long. I don't count my eggs. So, but these aren't crazy. The last time the Washington football team was in the this round of the playoffs, I was in high school. I was a senior in high school. And just to put that into perspective, my daughter is a senior in high school. And the last time Washington won a playoff game, my daughter wasn't even born yet. That was 19 years ago. So all of this is all brand new world. So it's pretty crazy. So we'll just keep doing that. But I know you guys don't care about the fact that Becker's team is in this too. And it could be a Becker Jeff Super Bowl.
God, I hope not. I do not want. I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it. Hold on a second. Do not want the Kansas City Chiefs in the goddamn Super Bowl.
Send that clip to Becker. Oh my gosh. Yes. Anyways, guys. So we got sidetracked with football, but I'll always be talking Commanders. But we are OAX. So Ken, you have tons of art that your lovely wife, who is just in there wearing an ugly jersey, is going to be selling.
Yeah. So this whole portfolio, this is all Jesus. This is all Jesus Moreno stuff, which is amazing. Hold on one second.
You got some Pasquale Ferry stuff too, and Matt Horak stuff, and all kinds of art that we're gonna have a 4C table. She's gonna be there. Come say hi. She'll be taking pictures and selling art. So come support some wonderful 4C artists.
Yeah, some of the stuff has been seen. I did a thing with Clan McDonald a few weeks ago, so I showed a lot of the Jesus Moreno stuff. This piece I've teased, but this is going to be at OAX and available for purchase.
What do you got? Show us.
You've heard of Carlos Pacheco?
I have heard of. I've heard of him, and he is an amazingly awesome artist that has passed away in the last year. And this is his Gambit cover from the '90s series, I believe.
No, that's great.
Yeah, this is from I forget. 1998, Gambit #1. So this is Jesus's inks over Pasquale's.
Pacheco.
Inks over Pacheco's. Yeah. So I have this piece. I've had this piece a while. I've been kind of holding off on it to do anything with it. But that will be at OAX.
At OAX, that's right. Because Ken, like I said, Ken's lovely wife Renee is going to be at OAX because Ken has to fly across the country. He's going to be at the Fan Expo Portland with Mike DiCarlo and Bill Morrison. So we wanted to make sure they try. Listen, if I wasn't going to MegaCon, I would definitely go to OAX, but I can't do both. I can only take so much time at the beginning of the year. I can't blow all of my trips in the first 6 weeks of the year. So.
The other thing I'm going to grab real quick is we're doing Bill, we're selling Bill Morrison Steelers, and they've been doing really well.
Neil says we need more Scott Shaw art pages. I agree. Always more art to see.
So with the Bill doing the paintings and stuff, he's only offering head sketches and torsos at conventions. So some of this stuff might be the only stuff you can actually get other than a head sketch or a torso from Bill. And a lot of stuff is pretty finished. Here's just real quick. I mean, it might be hard to see with the lighting, but I mean, look at that.
I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah. They're in Moe's. They're watching TV. That's great.
So at OAX, there will be, let's see if I can count these for you real quick.
A lot. Let's just say, I would say somewhere around 30.
There's probably
30 to 50.
About that many prelims that will be available at OAX from Bill Morrison. So, yeah.
Yeah, and guys, the only way you're going to get these is from us at cons, and usually only at cons where Bill's attending. But Ken's got a bunch he's bringing to Portland, and these are going to be the ones that are at OAX. So if you want to get anything from Bill, pretty much, if you want any sort of like multiple person pieces, if you want any full figures, anything like that, prelims are probably going to be the only way you're going to get it, because he's only going to be doing headshots and torsos at cons and painted pieces now. So if you want one of those.
Well, the only person you're going to see at OAX is my wife. I will be in Portland, and Jeff is unable to attend OAX.
I will be here this weekend watching the football game. Actually, I'll be working all weekend, but
so you can say hi to my wife. She'll be there.
Say hi to Renee. Come by. Take pictures.
Selling some art, hopefully.
Yeah. But then, after we'll have 1 week off, and then MegaCon, which is going to be spendiferic. I don't know. I'm trying to make a word up. I have no idea. It's going to be awesome. It is something like that. It's going to be me and Ken, and we're going to have Mike DiCarlo. We're going to have Bill Morrison. We're going to have Scott Hanna. We're going to have Mr. Kerry Gamble. is going to be there doing one of hopefully many shows he'll be doing with us this year. He's, by the way, guys, he's working on his pre-show list as we speak. And that stuff will hopefully all be done before the show starts. If not, it'll be done. Well, we want it all done before the show, but it's pretty much, he's working on them all right now. And who am I forgetting? I'm missing somebody. Who else is going to be there? Oh yeah. Doug Mankey is going to be there at the table. A very rare appearance by Doug.
Yeah. And we're also going to have Maria Wolf and Pat Gleason will be 4C adjacent with us.
Yes, they'll be yes, exactly. They're not under our umbrella, but they're close enough where we can pull them in.
Yeah, we'll all be together. So
get them out of the rain.
Some of JJ's old guys, and so JJ's family too. So yeah, we should be a great event. We're really looking forward to it. As far as everybody goes, of course, Bill will be there. He'll be doing some paintings. Plan is to do one a day. They are having that paint event on Thursday night, which Bill was asked to participate in. So we'll be doing some paintings there. Kerry will be sketching, of course. He'll hopefully have his list done. I people asking me about original art for Kerry. He's bringing it. We don't know what he has. He could have 10 pages. He could have 100 pages.
Listen, and we don't even know what we're selling. We don't know if we're selling. If he's got 10 covers, guys, probably going to go to Heritage unless somebody pulls out the biggest wad of money ever.
He told us he doesn't have any covers. Unless he finds one, who knows?
Listen, he's got stuff he's going to bring. It's not, we don't know how much it is, but we haven't even seen it yet. But if it's, like I said, this is very rare.
About OA for him, so we'll have it. We'll have it at MegaCon. Of course, Scott Hanna will be there. Of course, just doing what Scott does, doing commissions, signing comics, taking requests, doing everything that Scott does.
Sure.
DeCarlo will be there, of course, doing the same thing, signing it. And Mike is actually, if anybody hasn't seen it, Mike was inspired by Bill, so he asked me about doing something a little different. So I said, why don't you do like cover recreations in like ink wash? And so he took my advice and he did one. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
It's pretty nice.
No, I can't. I gotta send it to myself. So he did one, and it was outstanding. It was outstanding.
Scott, can you keep it down over there? All I'm hearing is you talking, buddy. Can you please? Is your microphone working? Can you give me a tap here?
Is this thing on?
He's just in awe of us. Scott's in awe of us.
Yeah, I'm just. I don't have much to say right now.
Oh man, that's all right.
We're going to be bringing Scott to some shows soon too, of course.
Yes, yeah. We're just happy that Scott is not caught up in any of that fire that's going around. And so far, knock on wood, he's been very lucky. And
yeah, I have been very lucky. It certainly could happen to us. We were not real close, but potentially to have to leave our homes. But they were predicting a really bad thing happening this week, but so far it looks like it isn't as bad as they thought. And most of the land that is getting the wind is already burned up, so it's not like it's going to cause a new problem.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's horrible, horrible stuff, but I'm glad that you're all right, and hopefully they'll get it all under control, and we can, they can start to recover from that.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, once again, we had a wonderful event normally in America with the inauguration yesterday. I know a lot of people weren't happy with it. I just wonder when we pull out of the climate accords, and meanwhile it's 9 inches of snow in New Orleans, and for the most snow they've ever gotten in the history of recorded snow, and California's burning, if that's the time to pull out of the climate accords. But just craziness all over the country and all over the world right now. So anyway, come on, I can't stall anymore. I'm going to start talking about other stuff.
Well, I can't do it. The computer's not cooperating.
And Ken just redid his computer too.
I did. That's why nothing worked.
Yeah, he's freezing every so often.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'm not freezing. I just look like I am.
Here you go, Ken. You want to blow this up? I can show it off here.
Hold on. I can do it. I just got to do it a different way.
Oh,
Hold on a second.
Anyways,
I want to see what
Ink Wash, Mike DiCarlo. It is fantastic. It's an homage to the Death in the Family, basically the paperback cover that was done by him and Jim Aparo, and he did some ink wash on it, and it's just awesome. It takes his art to the next level. So it's like with a lot of these guys, we're trying to work. You know, we know that a lot of people have DiCarlo stuff. We know a lot of people have stuff from Bill, and a lot of people have stuff from Ron. But these guys are going to be turning out new and great things. Like, look at that. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah, Mike did a great job on this. So that was his first, he wanted to see. So he's going to do others like that.
He might do the rest of the normal covers from the Death in the Family. He might do some other stuff, but it's going to be cool to see what he does because he wants to stretch those. That's the thing with these older artists is sometimes, they need to stretch their muscles a little bit and get out there and do some cool new stuff.
With Doug Mankey, we're trying. We're going to hopefully be debuting something that has to do with Tiny Batman.
Tiny Batman. If you've never seen Doug,
Tiny Batman series Doug did during the pandemic. Yeah. So we might be doing something with original.
Pretty amazing, actually. Something really cool with that. Something very unique, and hopefully we'll get it done and be able to roll it out at MegaCon because it would just be something really cool for anybody who's going to be there to pick up. I also wanted to tell anybody who got a pre-done piece from Kerry Gamble, if once he gives those to me at MegaCon, remember we got DiCarlo's there, we got Scott Hanna there. If you guys want, they're just pencils. So if you want to get them inked, I'll send you some pictures of your stuff, and you can always add inking to it if you want to. We can always add that on to a new thing if you want to get a more finished piece because we'll be there. The guys will be there. So depending on how busy everybody is, we could probably get that done for you too. So just something to think about to add on to your already purchased wonderful piece. I have a wait list for Kerry. We're not going to be doing the wait list at the show. That's going to be probably something we'll start filling out for the next show he does. Because at the show we want to do so we want to let people who attend MegaCon to actually have the ability to get stuff. But once again, if it ends up being where we, he doesn't have anything to do, I will definitely be hitting up that list to see if anybody wants to get something. So
absolutely. All right, Scott, what do you got?
What have I been working on? It's the Empire State Building because I got a commission. I don't know if you'll be able to see this closely.
Full screen, Ken. Go.
Oh, wait. Jeff, wait to see this.
Very light pencils because I'm going to be inking it. But you can see it's King Kong, and he'll be standing on top of the Empire State Building, flipping off New York City while pissing on one of the biplanes. And this is somebody that wants me to do it for her partner.
Wow.
Do you remember those questions like, what's the weirdest thing you've been asked to draw? Somebody wants to ask you to draw King Kong on the Empire State Building, flipping off New York, pissing on a biplane.
Oh my God.
It's a lot better than drawing those chipettes, I'll tell you.
Yeah, listen. I like the workaround on the chipettes. If you guys need to, this is where you see the little Stan Lee thing that would say refer to last episode if you want to know the story behind that. Oh man. But yeah. So we got MegaCon.
Movie, and frankly, a lot of guys my age consider King Kong to be like your Star Wars.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Well, it was the first time you saw stop motion animation. Dinosaurs, a giant gorilla. I mean, when you're 6 years old, you never forget it.
Oh yeah.
So it's very similar, I think.
And then Ken, what do we have? So after MegaCon, Pensacola.
That's a good show.
Is it?
And from what I hear, it's snowing in Pensacola too right now.
It is. They're getting an accumulation, no less.
It's crazy. What is going on in the world?
Yes.
It's burning. It's snowing.
It's kind of cool. It's in like a hockey arena. So it's kind of got to. So as long as you're in the right area, you're good. But if you get stuck, Shooter a couple years ago got stuck like in a mezzanine. He said that Ian, he didn't want to go up there, let alone anybody else.
Yeah, the dealers' tables are down on the floor where they'd be playing the game, and then each level, I know I was a level of cartoonists and artists and writers, and then the one above that I think was mostly wrestlers and Power Rangers. I don't know what was above that, but I'll tell
What could
you,
be above wrestlers and Power Rangers?
been to, because the interior is very dark, is every table had a little lamp on it so we could see what we were doing, and I thought, nobody's ever been that kind to us, you know.
I guess they kind of had to be, otherwise you'd be like holding out your phone while you're drawing. I don't know.
No, I've been to shows where it's like you might as well be in your garage with the door closed. You don't. It's like no, most people don't even think that far ahead.
Nice, crazy, but that'll be another one. So that's it, guys. Those are so 4 shows in 4 weeks. We're gonna knock all those out. 2 this week, a week off, and then show and MegaCon's like 2 shows in 1. So that's gonna be crazy.
MegaCon's one of those shows that on Friday I turn to Jeff and go, "Do we still have 3 more days of this shit?" Like I do San Diego every year.
I love Thursdays at MegaCon because every year I make a reservation for food because I made the mistake of not doing that the first year and realizing that every place was either packed or unavailable to eat at or closed by the time we got out of the show. So I got a nice little reservation for dinner set up for Thursday night so that I'm not stuck eating whatever's in the hotel.
Yeah. That's the night of the painting thing.
Yeah, well, but you go with Bill and watch the painting thing. I'm gonna have some dinner.
Watch Bill paint anything. What the fuck am I gonna do that for?
Oh man. But that listen, guys, we have a real quick show. We just wanted to come on and have a little fun and make sure you guys had some stuff to watch. I know this is gonna be kind of a weird week with OAX. I know that Bill's gonna be super busy. I don't even know if he's doing his full regiment of shows this week or not. I know that he's got, everything coming together for him for OAX for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you're going to that show, you should have a great time. Please come say hi to Renee at the 4C table. Take a look at some art, and make sure you go over to Anthony and give him a hard time for us because we love that because he's a nice friend of the channel.
He's driving down. I think he's going to be in Orlando tomorrow. He said.
Oh, he's driving down. He's already driving. Shoot, I would have had him stop off here on the way.
Listen, that's that you got to ask him. He might have left already. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So should be a good show. I wish I was going. There was a point recently where I didn't know if I was going to Portland. So
yeah, and listen, we had a really good time last year going. We'll be happy to go again next year. This just like once again, January to the middle of February is there's a lot of shows going on there. So, and once again, normally this would be a no brainer, for Ken since he lives in the area, but we just got double booked. We didn't know if we were doing OAX, in the beginning. And then, Bill made an effort. He said he really wants us to be there. So we definitely wanted to show up in some form, but, like I said, going forward, we'll probably definitely be there next year to do something again. Maybe bring Ron Wilson. He was very sad he had to cancel, so he may be going next year. We'll have to see what we can do.
Exactly.
But yeah. So Scott, regale us with something. Tell us a tale. Something. Come on. Give us our money's worth.
You mentioned Pensacon. I had a funny experience there the last time I was there. Henry Winkler was a guest. Mm-hmm. And I worked on I actually helped develop that show, the Fonzie and the Happy Days Gang cartoon show. And they wanted him to have a dog. And everybody had already, I told him, I said, Fonzie already has a dog on the show. No, we want a cartoon dog. Okay, that's fine. First of all, the big problem about halfway into the series, Henry asked that they change his face design because he looked exactly as old as he did. And they wanted him to look more like a teenager. And I thought, well, that's probably, I don't even know if that came from him or from the network. It probably came from the network, actually. But anyway, I'd always heard about what a great guy he was. My wife worked on a charity project where she interacted with him a lot. So this was before I had a problem with my, before I lost my foot, I had to be in a wheelchair. So this lady pushed me around there, and when I helped in the show, I came up with the dog, but it was unintentional. Our department, the layout department, we were all asked to design dogs that could be Fonzie's dog. Well, my boss had worked for both Chuck Jones on some projects, I think Pogo, as well as Walt Kelly Pogo. But he also, of course, did Roadrunner cartoons. So I did a dog who looked like he was half a coyote and half possum. And just threw it in the stack, thinking my boss would see it and think it was funny. He never went through the stack, and the stack was about this high. And it was everything from Augie Doggy wearing a black leather jacket to a realistic German Shepherd. And we were just throwing everything at the wall because we had to get the show going.
Right.
So I hear that I wasn't at the pitch, but of course they picked mine out of about 300 drawings. And then my boss, who usually was very dry about things, they wanted to change his ears, and he said, "Please, do not, insult this artist's commitment to art," or something. He made up some gibberish because he just wanted to get it done. But yeah, so anyway, I brought that over to Henry, a new drawing of him. I said, "Here, you remember the cartoon?" She goes, "Oh yeah." I said, "Well, I was the guy that came up with your dog," and I told him the story. And he was such a nice guy. He's like going, you can just tell, what can I give to this guy? What can I give this guy to make sure? Like he did the voice on a Madagascar cartoon show, I remember. And he gave me that signed. And I'm like, well, really, all I enjoyed was the fact that I got to talk to you a little bit, Henry, because I like you a lot. My wife liked you a lot. And it was like, I don't know what to do with it now. It's like it's lost somewhere in my collection. It was such a lovely gesture, but it was like, wait a second, we're both professionals. I really wasn't here for a
right
on anything, But yeah, he was very, very nice man.
Yeah, we got to meet him a couple years back. I had Bill draw a picture. I had him draw the Fonz on the cover of a comic book, snapping his fingers with the Infinity Gauntlet and turning Thanos to dust.
Hey,
yeah,
right.
And when Bill brought it over to him, the same. He was super, super happy. I think I have actually on video. He was super happy, super nice. The same thing to Bill. He's like, "What do you want? What do you want? Take it."
Yeah, oh yeah. And he gave Bill like
being a nice guy.
Yeah, he had a copy of like a magazine from the 50s, and he just gave. He's here. Take this. Just gave it to Bill, and Bill, of course, with his love of the 50s, was just blown away.
Yeah.
Adam Sandler worked with him on the Waterman. And have you ever watched Little Waterboy? You ever watched Little Nicky?
Mm-hmm.
And Henry is there, and he shows how evil he is by covering him with bees, and it's like Henry's just like, oh, okay, and all these CG bees are all over.
That's funny. All right, that's all I got.
That's it, guys. Listen, and somebody wants to commission you to draw me and Becker and Ken in the bathtub like the Flintstone characters. All right,
the Chipettes. No, the Chipettes.
Yeah. Listen, Chipettes. I think that fits better. It does. I just don't know. I think all of us are going to be. I don't even remember the Chipettes' names. I'm trying to remember their names. Was it Theodora? And I don't know. I figured they had different versions of like the male chipmunks' names, but
yeah, I forget their names.
Yeah, it's easy. Nobody wants to see it. Easy, huh?
Neil. Nobody wants to see that, Neil.
Yeah.
I'd rather see the Chiefs win another Super Bowl.
Ugh. Listen, hopefully when we do a show like this next Tuesday, I will be a very happy person, but we will see. It's a whole weekend in between.
Jeff's actually planning on, staying in Orlando.
Listen, if by some miracle Washington attends the Super Bowl, then I might I was supposed to leave on Saturday. I might stay until Monday so I can hang out and watch the game after the show on Sunday. I will see. We will see.
That sounds like a Buffalo Bill fan right there.
What is it? It's going to be the Bills, Eagles, okay. So basically, yeah. Listen, everybody wants to see a Bills Washington Super Bowl just like it was 32 years ago. That's what they want to see.
I told Renee yesterday, I said, I hope it's Eagles Bills and the Eagles win. This way they lost to every team in the NFC East in the Super Bowl.
No, it's hard. It's going to be hard, man. If the Bills make the Super Bowl against Washington, that's going to split the country down the middle, I think.
I've got one last thing he'd like to see because it's brand new to the studio. My friend brought it by. This is an award called the Sergio.
The Sergio.
You don't need to put it over here where you can really see it. And this was a special thing to give out from the group that we used to have called CAPS, the Comic Art Professional Society, which is now gone. And Sergio, they still had 2 or 3 of these. So Sergio wanted me to have one of them, as well as Bill Stout and Mark Evanier and Stan Sakai.
Wow.
But you put it really close because it's really...
Oh, it's so great. Wow, that's amazing.
He designed it himself, so it really looks like... And can't think the guy's first name, but Principio, a guy that does a lot of art, and he's also an animator. Ruben Principio, he designed this.
Wow.
That's amazing.
With a giant pen on his side like it's a...
Yeah, like it's leaning up against it. That's great. Wow, that's amazing.
So I forget the 4C.
There's the 4C. Oh my God, Ken, you in 3-dimensional Simpsons form is crazy.
You can have banquets and hand that out to people at the end.
Oh my
you
God.
mean throw them at people? No one wants them. So.
Yeah, listen. Well, guys, so let's you all know that every commission op that we got out there is being worked on hard. We already said that we're hopefully going to get a bunch of that stuff in MegaCon. The Gleason stuff we're hoping is going to be delivered in MegaCon. The Mankey stuff we're hoping is going to be delivered in MegaCon. Obviously, Carrie's pre-show list will be there. I know that I just got a message from Florin for the few people who got commissions from him.
I have some stuff that I got from Bill. I just need to ship out.
Yeah. So everything's coming up. We're trying to, by the end of MegaCon, we're trying to clear up all this stuff. Daniel took some stuff with him back to Australia. We're hoping to get that stuff. Oh, it's so great. But we're trying to start with a clean slate here after this run of shows. So we'll do our best to get caught up on everything. And we're going to have some more live sketch shows, guys. We're going to have a lot more artists. The more we go to cons and see people, the easier it is to talk them into coming on and doing some sketch shows. So we're going to definitely get some more people on. So as always, we want to thank every single person out there who supports the show, who watches the show, who just gives us a hard time. We like you guys too. I'm looking at you, Marcus. And I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful weekend at OAX or Portland, or even if you're not going anywhere, just check it out. Well, Ken will probably throw some cool stuff up. You never know. We'll take lots of pictures and put them all over, and we'll get Ryan Jablonski right on that for showing off all the cool stuff we're doing this weekend. And and all the fun for me starts in about 2 weeks at MegaCon. It's going to be a blast, and Scott's always having fun. He's having fun constantly. And I can't wait to see the finished Empire State Building with King Kong flipping off New York, peeing on one of the planes. I want to see the dunk.
I think I'm going to do it all in black and white with like a black pencil to kind of make it look really shady, like a black and white movie.
Wow.
But then I'll use yellow for the arc. Just to make sure nobody mistakes what's going on there.
Oh my God. Now what I want you to do just for me is after you finish the whole piece, can you do an inside of what the plane saw when that was coming at them? That's what I want. I want that view.
That's just one card of yellow. That's all they see.
Jeff's gonna want one of those like the girl pissing on Philly this weekend. That's what he's gonna want.
Yeah, exactly. Can you have him? I don't know if he's that high up enough to flip off Philly from there. I don't know.
Any commissions, I will draw King Kong pissing on any city you like, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen, that's his
any
thing.
color you like too. Maybe he has bladder problems. It could be
pissing on Philadelphia, nobody would notice. So The snow would never change. I mean,
Oh, my God.
Do not get me involved with sports.
It has nothing to do with sports. It has to do with that guy.
Here's the closest thing I get to sports is my action figure of the San Diego Chick. Because I knew the guy created as a friend of mine.
Scott, we could start a whole new thing of King Kong peeing. It could be like as big as the Calvin peeing. We'll just make them on the back of cars. We'll put
That's for people who believe in evolution. Yes.
We could call him a piss ape or something like that. You could do like the Michaels with the "Do you poo?" Like, what city is he pissing on this month?
Exactly.
You do decals of Winnie the Pooh squatting. That'd be good. And then Pooh making poo.
Genius.
We're off the rails, and Becker's not even here.
I know. I don't know how I let this go. I'm just too giddy from my Commanders being in the championship game. Anyways, guys, thank you guys all so much. I want to thank Scott for joining us and being a new member of our Tuesday night crew. Ken for putting all this together. And once again, have a lot of fun this weekend, guys. And if you're not going to a show, there's going to be so much cool conversations and stuff going on. People are going to be posting all kinds of great art and cool things. So look out for that. We'll be back next Tuesday night to do a nice little recap show of the weekend. And and thank you guys so much. And thank you for supporting 4C. And we'll see you guys all real soon. And for everybody here, have a wonderful night. And bye.
Thank you.